Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lainey. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, we're going to be doing everything I panned in number 4. So if you're interested in seeing that, then just keep on watching. Before we get into that though, if you're new here, please remember to hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video from me. Alright, so I believe I've done 3 other versions of this down below. I'm just going to be giving you guys an update of everything I've hit pan on since my last video. I'm actually going to be leaving 2 out because they are spoilers for upcoming project updates, so I will leave those out, but it's pretty much everything I have hit pan on since my last video. So I will link my past videos down below if you would like to check them out, but without further blabbering, let's get on to everything I've hit pan on since my last everything I've hit pan on video. So what I like about this one is while there is definitely a lot of eyeshadow, there's also a lot of face products, which I believe in my last one there was only like maybe 1, so we've made some progress on my face products, which is exciting. So the first thing, and I remember I hit this pan like a few days after my last video, and that is in my CoverGirl Cheekers blush in the shade True Plum. Now this has been in a project before, but I don't believe at the time it was in a project at all. This was just, it came naturally because I really enjoy this blush. As you can see, I now have, I don't quite have side pan, but it's pretty close. I love this blush for the fall and winter. I think it just is so pretty and just gives a nice flush to the cheeks. So when I hit pan on this, I was really surprised but really happy because it is a blush I enjoy. It is one of my older blushes now in my collection, so I was really happy to see myself hitting pan on it. I feel like when I was younger and like when I was in high school and like even early college, I was like, I did not want to use up my makeup. Like I wanted it to last me forever. Now I'm like, oh my god, let me see that pan. And then the next product is actually another cheek product, and it is actually my Photosurgeon's Spectral Shine in the shade Fresh Fog, and it's not the biggest pan in the world, but it is there, and this is, you can see it right there, that little piece of metal right there. This is such a unique formula. It is so interesting to use, and it definitely requires some practice. It's got a learning curve, but I love this product. It is so beautiful on the cheeks. It's just absolutely stunning. And yeah, I was surprised to hit pan because I haven't had this for that long. But yeah, it is definitely a welcome pan in my collection. It's such a beautiful face highlight. And then we've got another cheek product, and that is Milani Luminosa. So this was in a project pan at the end of last year, and if you look, you can see the waffle pan right there at the top. I was planning on panning this year, but after having it in the project last year to kind of prepare it for this year, I just decided this is not a blush I wanted to I just decided that this was not a blush I wanted to fully pan, at least right now. It is the oldest blush in my collection, but for me right now, I don't want to pan it, so yeah, I'm glad I hit pan in it though. That was exciting. Alright, so now we're going into some eyeshadow pans. Again, I will not be spoiling any projects in this video. I am leaving out a few shades that have not gone into updates yet. So the first one I have to show you is the shade Phoebe from the Lunar Beauty Moonspell Volume 1 palette. So it is this shade right here, and it's kind of hard to see because it kind of stayed, oh there you can see. I finally hit pan on this. I believe this was in a Pan Those Shadows. Really nice shadow. It's not super shimmery, like there's sparkle in it, but it's not super shimmery, so I would use a topper alongside of it, and it was a shadow I like to use. And then I actually hit pan on a Menagerie shadow. So this was originally, I'll just show you, it was the shade Alpha from the Feral palette. This one right here. This one was in a Pan Those Shadows. I hit my 20 uses, rolled it out, and then I believe, I just kept working on it, and I believe in less than 10 uses after that, I hit pan. These are very pigmented shadows. You only need a little bit, and they have a lot of kick up, but I was really happy to hit pan on a Menagerie shadow for the first time. And then I hit pan on a ColourPop Super Shock. This is in the shade Mycelium. just a nice topper shadow for matte eye looks or to add some extra sparkle to, you know, kind of lackluster shimmers. I am working on finishing hitting pan in the rest of my Super Shocks, so yeah, this was very exciting. And then I hit pan on the shade Florina from my Glam Shop W Zalone palette. So it is the matte up here, and I don't remember this taking a super long time. These are pretty powdery, but they're not like they're pigmented, but they're not ultra pigmented like the Menagerie shadow. I can use a decent amount in a look. So yeah, that was also very exciting to hit pan on. And then I actually have a single shadow. I hit pan on the shade Celesta from Divina. One of my favorite shadows ever. Ugh, it does not want to show. So here's Celesta from Divina, one of my favorite shadows of all time. It is probably my favorite eyeshadow color ever. I was really happy to pan on this. I already had a dip on it, so it wasn't like super difficult, but such a pretty shadow. I love it, and if you're gonna order from Divina, I highly recommend Celesta. It is stunning. Then I hit pan on a melt shadow from the Smoke Sessions palette. I hit pan on the shade Sweet Tooth, which is this second to last shadow right here. Definitely not my favorite formula. It's just a strange texture. Like, it's just weird. But happy to have pan on this. I believe this was randomly generated in a Pan the Shadows. And then after that, I hit pan on another Super Shock. This is from Campfire, or this is Campfire from the Raw Beauty Kristi collaboration from ColourPop. So there is some nice pan for you guys. And then I hit pan on my Raw Beauty Kristi at Forest Sight palette. I hit pan naturally in the shade Chanterelle. This one is a very powdery ColourPop shadow. This is different from the rest of the matte formulas in this palette. It really didn't take a lot of uses to hit pan in that Chanterelle shade. The other ones are much more firmly pressed and not as powdery. After I hit pan in Chanterelle, I hit pan in another Super Shock shadow. This is To Be Young and Beautiful again from the Hocus Pocus collaboration, and this was not in a project. I just used this as an inner corner highlight until I hit pan, and there's a tiny baby pan in there. This one is, it says it's an ultra glitter, but this one comes across very satin. I am not really impressed with this Super Shock compared to my other ones. Then I hit pan on another shadow from my Lunar Beauty Moonspell 2. This time it was the shade Kiki, this matte brown right here. I believe this was in a Pan the Shadows, and then I rolled it into, I believe, Roulette Pan Collab, just to kind of finish it off, and was happy to do that. This is one of my more loved palettes, and yeah, I would like to see more pans in this one. After that, I hit another pan in my Raw Beauty Kristi palette. I hit this is the tiniest baby pan I've ever seen in my life. I hit pan on Fiddlehead right here. I'm trying to, I feel like you guys will not believe me, but there's like the tiniest baby pan right there. I primarily use this as a under eye shade and as a like outer V shade, so that's why, you know, I'm using a tinier brush. Yeah. Please just trust me. Oh, there you can see it. There's the tiniest of baby pans. So yeah, I'm happy to have two pans in this, and I got a dip in the shade Puffball up here. This was a Joker shade for me at the end of Deco Panning last year. But yeah, I would like to work on this one more because it is probably one of my favorite palettes in my collection. This is a really nice palette. We're getting to the end, so I have one last face product, and if you followed my Project Pan and you're following them this year, you would know I finally hit pan in my e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer. Progress is going well with this. It's slowed down a bit since I kind of wore away the thinnest part of the pan, but progress is going strong, and I really enjoy this bronzer. I'm wearing a tiny bit today alongside a cream bronzer, but yeah, I really love this one, and if you're looking for a very affordable bronzer, then I would recommend this one. And the last two are from Beauty Bay palettes. They are two different Beauty Bay palettes. The first one, it comes from my Wilderness palette. This is my first pan in the Wilderness palette, and I was trying to hit pan on the shade Lime, and if it focuses, you can see I've got a little pan right there. yeah, I really love the shimmers. The Beauty Bay shimmers are so stunning. They're very Super Shock-like, so they're pretty easy to hit pan on. Even the mattes, I find them incredibly easy to hit pan on. So I was happy to see that, and I would like to get more use on this one this year. It's really, really pretty, and yeah. People were looking after that for a reason. And then my last pan I have for you today is from the Beauty Bay Book of Magic palette. If you watched my Panning Punk video, you will know that I hit pan on my very first black eyeshadow in the shade Hex right here. And I was really proud of myself because I did not just use it as liner. I used it as an outer corner deepener as well. It's a nice black. I think everyone's going to have a different preference for black. This one is a little more buildable, as I find all Beauty Bay shadows to be. I don't find them to be the most pigmented shadows. But this one was nice for me as someone who doesn't like a lot of deep dark looks. As you can tell by my eye look today, it's not very deep at all. So this was a really nice black to work with, and it also worked really well as liner, so I was happy about it, and I now have 10 out of 20 pans in this palette. I would really like to hit pan in the rest of the shades this year. I do find these more neutral shades up here are harder to hit pan on than the other ones, and that just might be with the way the Beauty Bay formula is made. Neutrals are just more pigmented. I don't know. Alright, so that was everything I've hit pan on since my last video in this series. I don't have a strict time I do this. I just kind of film it when I have time in my schedule and also have a significant amount of things to show you. Technically I already have 2 for the next update, and I'm just not showing them because I can save them for the next one in the series. This is not super timely, and I haven't shown those to you yet in my videos, so those will be saved for the next one. I've also started writing down the dates I hit pan and stuff, so that's exciting as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, leave a comment if you like down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!